In today's session, we're going to be talking about creating a podcast, and in our next session, we'll talk about where to host that audio file once you've created it. Today, we're going to be using a piece of software called Audacity to do our recording and our editing. It's available at this URL, and it's free open source software, and it's audio recording, mixing, and editing software. It's very, very easy to use. There's a very intuitive set of DVD-like controls to play, to pause, to record, and so on. You don't need an expensive microphone to create a podcast. The one that came with your computer will probably suffice. If you don't have a microphone handy that came with your computer, you can probably get one at an audio, video, electronic equipment store for $20 or less. These next 2 points, while non-technical, are very important and will save you a lot of time. The first one, you need to have a script or at least an outline of where you're going in your podcast. You don't really want to wing it. When I say script, I don't necessarily mean a word-by-word transcript of what you're going to say, but you need to have a very good idea of where you're going. That way you'll save yourself a lot of stumbling and bumbling around, and you'll make sure you don't forget anything before you start your podcast. You'll also save yourself a lot of time if you use short clips and then combine them together at the end. If you try to do your podcast in one long 5-minute take, you'll find yourself doing take after take after take as you make small little mistakes in there. A much faster way to work is to work with short clips, 15-second, 30-second, 45-second clips, and then combine them all together. That's incidentally how I do these training videos rather than try to get the entire tutorial done in one long 5-minute take. I do short 30-second takes and then combine all the clips together at the end. Once you have all your short clips recorded, you simply use a cut and paste technique to put all your clips together, and at that time you can then use the audio editing capabilities in Audacity to take out the silences between your clips. Once you have all your clips edited together, you need to export them as an MP3, which is a nice compressed format that's ideal for working with audio on the web. Now there's one mildly annoying middle step involved here. You need to download what's called a lame encoder that can be done at this URL right here, and Audacity will actually prompt you on when you need to go download that encoder. It only needs to be done once, and I'll show you how to do it over the course of this tutorial. Here we have Audacity up on the screen. We're not going to be working with all these tools today. You can see in the upper left-hand corner you have a very simple, intuitive set of DVD-like controls for pause, play, stop, rewind, fast forward, record, and so on. You can set your output and your input levels here. The editing tool we'll be using in a little while is right here, and our file and import and export commands are right here. With that said, let's do a sample recording. You simply click the record button, and after you click the record button, you'll see the waveform that tells you that your voice is being recorded. Then you simply click stop to stop your recording. You can skip to the beginning and then play your recording. And after you click the record button, you'll see the waveform that tells you that your voice is being recorded. Just like that. You'll want to do several test recordings at the very beginning and fine-tune your input volume level. That last one was a little loud, so we'll take it down to about a 0.3 right here, and then we'll try it again. Testing, testing, testing. I'll hit stop. I'll skip back to the beginning and hit play again. Testing, testing, testing. And that's a better level than the last one we had. So we'll work with this level right here for input. Once you have that input level fine-tuned, you can begin recording. So remember to always record in short bursts, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So we'll record a sample clip here. This is the first clip in my podcast. Then click stop. When you're happy with your first clip, you want to save it. The way to save in Audacity is to export it, and we'll export as WAV files, and then at the end we'll convert all those WAV files to MP3s. For now, we'll go to File. We'll go to Export. We'll put it here in the podcast folder. Our file name will be 1A for the first clip and the first take of that clip. Save as type will be WAV. Click Save. Here's our Edit Metadata table. We'll simply click OK. And our clip has been exported. To record our second clip, We go to File and New to clear the screen. Let's record our second clip. Hit the record button. This is my second clip. Hit stop. I'll go to File. I'll go to Export, and we'll save this as 2A for the first take of our second clip. Click Save. Edit Metadata, we'll click OK, and File and New to clear our screen again. And you keep doing this until you have all of your clips for your entire podcast recorded. Now be aware that every time you make a new recording, Audacity opens a new window. This is our 7th clip, and if I go down here to my taskbar, you can see that I have 7 Audacity screens up at any one time. So you might need to close these to keep your screen from getting too cluttered, but don't worry about it because you've already saved the files. So every once in a while you need to go through and clean your screen of the all the various Audacity recordings. Once you have all your clips recorded, you then need to bring them all together, edit them all together into one podcast. And we'll do that next, and rather than using these sample clips I've recorded, I'm going to be using an actual podcast I created for the 365 Days of Astronomy project.